Hello everybody, my name's Ben and this is Mow Time, and in today's video I'm going to take you all through preparing your Sir Walter buffalo lawn for a lawn renovation. This will also be the same steps in also preparing it for the heat stress of summer. Let's get into it. Alright everybody, so when it comes to preparing your Sir Walter buffalo lawn for a renovation and the heat stress of summer, there's basically a few common rules that you want to stick to when getting it ready for the reno. Now we've just hit spring here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, and that's when you want to start really consider and putting your plan in place to getting your lawn ready for having it scalped and ready for the renovation. And also of course the summer coming and the heat that brings here in Brisbane. Now what I'm going to be going through will basically be able to be applied to most lawn varieties out there. So this isn't just specifically for buffalo. You'll be able to take these tips and tricks and points and be able to apply them to your cooch or your zoysia or your kikuyu lawns as well, some of the common ones here in Brisbane. Now, the first things first, when it hits spring, we haven't exactly seen growing, increase dramatically just yet. Soil temps are still a little bit low, and going through my clients week to week, the lawns still aren't really actively growing yet. So you definitely don't want to jump on your lawn and start scalping it and smashing it when it isn't really actively growing. So we do need to wait a little bit longer and start to see and notice that we're mowing a little bit more regularly than we are currently at the moment. But that's not to say that you can't start getting ready for your renovation. There's other things to do to get the plant healthy and ready to go for the renovation, but also consider your equipment. You need to get that ready as well to be able to do the renovations on your lawn. Now, whether you're hiring the equipment, ideally you really want to get in quick, because a lot of hire companies that hire core aerators, scarifiers, or even just if you need mowing equipment, etc., they get booked out pretty quickly from, contractors like me or even other private individual people looking to do their own renovation on their lawn. So the first things first is probably chase up your hire department and get a booking in. Now that can be difficult because you don't really know the exact date that your lawn is gonna start growing, but I wouldn't, I'd be pushing a little later into sort of, October onwards to get those bookings in, and we should start to see the temps rise a little bit more then, and so you'll be a bit more secure in making sure that you've allotted your booking time for the right time and your grass has started to sort of grow. But anyway, so that's the first things I would consider. Get your machinery and your stuff ready and booked in and ready to go. But yeah, that's number one. Now, number two for your buffalo lawn, this is something you don't have to do, but I tend to do it. I start to lower the cutting height I am mowing my lawn. Now, this is my own Sir Walter buffalo lawn. It has never had a lawn renovation. We haven't been in this property for donkey's years. If it has, I would have done one. But the lawn is very wavy, very up and down, pretty much like 25 knot winds on the sunny coast. It's just wavy and bumpy everywhere. Bit hard to see, obviously, on camera, but yeah, definitely due for a lawn renovation. Now, the next thing you need to consider is getting the plant healthy and ready for a lawn renovation. Now, if you saw my hedge reduction video, if you missed that, I'll leave it up in the link here, then I did the similar process you do on that as you do on your lawn. You need to get the plant ready to have a hard cutback. So you really want the plant to be in as great a health as possible before you come in and just smash it and scalp it and hammer it with your core aerator if you're doing that, etc. Before you do all that. So it's really important to have those things ready. And we'll talk about what we can apply down on the lawn, whether that's just a slow release granular fertilizer or whether you're looking at, probably more predominantly used stuff, which is more liquid applications of stuff, whether that's fertilizer, wetting agents, soil amendments, root builder stuff, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, ideally I'd probably recommend going the other way and using liquid products, and that'll sort of get down into the soil, get down into the roots and start to activate them pretty quickly, as opposed to a slow release granular, which needs to break down and then slowly feed. You kind of don't want to slow feed over the time that you're preparing for a lawn renovation. You kind of want to kick it in the pants, get it awake, get it alive, get it moving, get it healthy and get it ready for that renovation. So anyway, let's go through a few products you can get down on your buffalo just to get it ready for the lawn renovation. All right, everybody, so when it comes to preparing your buffalo lawn for your lawn renovation, it is really, really important to make sure the plant is healthy and ready for the renovation. Now, take for instance, if you have a really unhealthy lawn, now again, don't mistake dormancy for unhealthy, you know, like your couch lawns, etc. They go into dormancy, they brown off. That doesn't mean your lawn is dead or unhealthy. So don't mistake that for that. I'm talking generally about an unhealthy lawn. Now, say you take your unhealthy lawn and then all of a sudden you just go to town on scalping it and scarifying it or whatever you're doing, you just smash it. How do you think it's going to recover? Do you think it's really going to have the health to recover from what you've done to it and then you've piled a bunch of top dress on top of it? Then ideally, no, it's not really going to recover that well and it's going to really struggle. So the difference will be if you take a healthy lawn and make sure it's at its best health it can be before you come in and do all those sort of things, then the lawn is going to be much more happy and healthier in the recovery after the reno. Now, how we do that is getting some liquid products down on the lawn. Apart from regular mowing, then yeah, you need to look at some liquid products to get the plant healthy and happy and ready for its lawn renovation. Now, we've got some products here, as you can see, I use for my clients and my own property from Plant Doctor. Now, I'll leave the link down in the description and you can go and click on them, and that's where I get all my liquid fertilizers and liquid products that I use in my business. Now, the first one we'll talk about is this one here, and this is known as Seaweed Secrets. Now, Seaweed Secrets is probably one of the most important things. Well, actually, no, they're all pretty important. But this is, yeah, definitely one of the ones you want to get down because this is a massive aider in root health. And if the plant's roots aren't healthy, then the plant, you know, isn't going to be healthy on top at all. We tend to always, you know, concentrate on what the eyes see, which is the grass, the leaf, the green part on top. And we completely forget that that is really driven by what we can't see, the soil and the roots that are growing in the soil. So this Seaweed Secrets will aid in really making the roots of the plant healthy and happy, and that in turn will flow through to the leaf blade, and you'll see that. Now, Seaweed Secrets is a massive one in building root health, and why that is important is because it also helps to deal with not only you know, what you do in a renovation, it also really helps with the summer heat stress. Now, as you know, when it's renovation in Brisbane, we certainly know that summer is not too far away and we'll be dealing with the 30+ degree hot days of summer, and the plant needs to be ready for that. So Seaweed Secrets is definitely a way of getting your plant ready for that. So that's the first one. Now, just also too, with anything from Plant Doctor, if you don't know, you can use my code at the checkout, MOTIME10, and that'll give you 10% off any product on their website. I'll leave that up on the screen as well. So yeah, make sure you put that in at the checkout at the end, and you'll get 10% off anything you purchase from their website. Now, the next thing too is just as important to get down on your lawn ready for the lawn renovation and also for the heat stress of summer, and that is a wetting agent. Now, this one here is known as Nature's Soil Wetter from, again, Plant Doctor, and it has been absolutely fantastic. This bottle is almost done because this is, as you can tell, something that I use pretty regularly. Now, why it's really important to get a wetting agent down on your lawn is because, look, if you don't have a rainwater tank like I do, and you don't want your water bill skyrocketing come summer after you've done your renovation, you've got to water, and then the heat stress comes in, and then you're watering more and more and more, and you're watching your water bill just go boom, 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 and all of a sudden you're having a conversation with yourself or your partner about, oh, the water bill's doubled, what the hell, what's going on, you know, blah, 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 and that sort of thing. And this sort of wetting agent will help with that. Now, this basically just helps the soil retain and utilize any rain that you may get or any irrigation or sprinkler that you throw out over the lawn. It actually helps to, you know, get down into the soil and get past what you might have as a waxy layer on top of the soil profile. It breaks all that down, allowing the soil to get down, allowing the rain or the irrigation to get down into the soil and be used to its max benefit. So this is definitely something I also would consider pretty much all year round. You know, we don't get a ton of rain through here in Brisbane. We had a little bit last week, but that was it. So this is a really vital thing in utilizing every drop that comes down from the sky or that you throw out from your irrigation or your sprinkler. But yeah, so get one of these on board. This is Nature's Soil Wetter from Plant Doctor. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is Stimulizer, and this is a super concentrated biostimulant. Now, this is only in a small bottle because you only need a small amount per 100 square meters. Now, of course, when I talk about anything that is a liquid or granular application, do not add more or anything like that. Just follow the application rates on the back with whatever size sprayer you have, but make sure you follow them to the T. Don't add an extra couple of mils or anything like that. Just follow them, as these have been designed to go exactly along with the instructions on the back. Now, Stimulizer, why that is important. So Stimulizer is basically a powerful chelating agent. It also helps to increase soil moisture retention, and it also helps to stimulate beneficial soil microbial activity. Now, Stimulizers also I use regularly because it helps to unlock and increase soil nutrients, which is, you know, a massive game changer and a must with your putting down other different types of liquid products in your soil. Then this kind of basically helps them to work better and work in the soil and in the plant better. It also is a powerful root stimulant. So yeah, that is Stimulizer from Plant Doctor. Now, I think also on the Plant Doctor website, they have this in a bundle. I can't remember if it's the Lawn Lovers bundle or something like that, but you'll be able to go on the website and click on that, and you'll be able to buy these 3 products in a bundle, again, using MoTime10 at checkout to get that 10% off and to support the MoTime channel. But anyway, so they're the ones I recommend definitely getting down on your lawn ready for its lawn renovation. And as I mentioned, these can be used you know, on any lawn variety, same as your buffalo, your kikuyu, your cooch, your zoysias, etc. Zoysias and buffalo is probably the most common grass types now here, I've noticed in Brisbane. But yeah, all okay to use on any type of variety. If you have any questions regarding them, put them in the comments below. But anyway, I've done a mix up of this already, so I'm going to get that out on my lawn. We'll give it a little bit of a shake. But yeah, let's get this down on the lawn. I've already mowed. I mowed on the weekend, which was a couple of days ago. So we'll get this down on the lawn. We'll water it in, and that's basically it. That's sort of getting your buffalo lawn ready for a renovation.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just
All right, everybody, so we've got our liquid products down. All we need to do now is just irrigate or use your sprinkler and water that in to start to get them to activate in the soil and start making the plant healthy. Now, bear in mind, you know, ideally you want to be sort of doing these things on a regular basis to get the plant healthy. Just like mowing, trying to do it somewhat regular will help maintain the overall health of the plant. So yeah, keep that in mind. Try and mow regularly and, you know, get some products down on your lawn to help it out. Now, it is also, I might mention, worth doing, you know, a bit of a soil test as well, just to prepare for your renovation. Depending how deep down the rabbit hole you want to go of lawn renovations, then you could certainly get some soil samples sent away, get them tested, which is ideally a really great thing to do if you're going to take it, you know, you'll take on your lawn pretty seriously. Then that could be something to consider, because that'll then tell you what nutrients your soil might be lacking. That way you know what to be putting down on your lawn. But if you're just sort of not really wanting to go that deep into your lawn, or don't have the time to put that much sort of, you know, time and effort into your lawn, then yeah, just getting the products like I showed you down on the lawn will somewhat help and guide you in getting the lawn ready for the renovation and also for the heat and stress of summer. Now that's pretty much it. So first things first was get your equipment ready, get your gear serviced, get some new blades on there, make sure your, you know, engines are serviced and going to run well. Make sure you get your gear hired if you need to hire gear for the renovation. Try and get that in as soon as you can, or touch base with your local hire company. And then also get some products and watering down on your lawn to prepare it for the upcoming renovation. Now, one of the other key things I want to talk to in regards to watering is is make sure if you're going to aerate, you know, if you're not, don't necessarily have to worry about this step so much, but if you're going to aerate, whether that's just driving, you know, solid tines in, or whether you're driving or hiring a core aerator, which actually pulls cores out of the ground, then you must water the lawn at least, you know, 3 to 5 days out from when you're going to core aerate. Why that is important is because if you don't water and it comes to the day of your hiring your core aerator, you pull it out and then you just try to go ham on your lawn, it's really the underlying soil under the grass is not going to be moist enough to be able to drive the tines down into the soil deep enough to be able to pull a decent core out. And that is because there's probably no moisture below the surface soil. It's just too rock hard for the machine to drive down. All right, everybody, so next step is weeds. You need to get on top of your weeds before you get into your renovation. Now, in front of me, you'll see a bunch of products. Now, some of you keen observers will notice dicamba M, and for you who don't know at home, you cannot apply dicamba on buffalo lawn varieties. It is no good. I've just got that out purely for the reason of this is a video that kind of, you know, is a video for all lawn varieties and can be applied that way. So if you've got a cooch lawn or something like that, then you want to look at dicamba M if you've got a large number of weeds that just take too long to pull out. But if you've got a buffalo lawn, then you need to be looking at something like bow and arrow here, and then we've got a wetting agent here. Some people like to put a wetting agent in, some people don't. Here we just got straight glyphosate. That is definitely something you don't want to just spray over your lawn. That'll sort of kill anything it touches. I've just got it out here because these are all just weed killing products, except this one over here is known as a pre-emergent. I've done a video on pre-emergence before. I'll leave it up in the link here. You can go and click that, but this is Spartan. It's a pre-emergent, so it's before the weeds come. That's a liquid product that you put in your sprayer and you spray out over the lawn, and it basically puts a layer over the top of the soil surface and kills any weeds that try to germinate. Now that's, you know, getting a little bit more serious in, you know, if you want to take your lawn to the next level, then you definitely, you know, need to look at a pre-emergent. But yeah, if you've got a buffalo lawn at home and you need to get on top of your weeds, if you've just got a few, go through, hand pull them out. You definitely don't need to put any chemicals down. Just try and avoid putting, you know, killer chemicals down if you can, you know, just to make it a little bit better for the environment and the soil. But look, if you've got a ton of weeds in your buffalo, then you definitely need to look at some sort of product to get on top of them before you do your renovation. But yeah, so that's the next step. Get on top of your weeds before you get into your renovation. But that's it. So yeah, we've covered getting your equipment ready, products to get down on your lawn to get the plant healthy and ready for the lawn renovation, and then also the importance of watering pre-renovation. And these steps are all going to be very beneficial, like I mentioned, to also getting your lawn for the ready of the heat stress in summer. But anyway, I hope that was of some help and education in preparing you to renovate, you know, your buffalo lawn. We are soon fast approaching time to renovate. I am getting super excited, and my list is gigantically long of people wanting lawn renovations in Brisbane Northside this, you know, this reno season. But I'm very excited for it. I hope you're as excited as I am. If you are, make sure you hit the subscribe button on MoTime channel to, you know, keep up with the upcoming renos. I will be filming a bunch of renos coming up soon on in renovation season. I have a bunch of clients with different varieties of grasses, and I'll be filming one for each different variety of grass, just so you out there who own that grass, you know what to do in the renovation process, or what, you know, materials are appropriate. But anyway, also click the thumbs up on this button if you enjoyed it. Let's get excited for lawn renovation season. I hope you're all staying well mentally and physically. We'll see you in the next video.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this